Yeah. Okay, now we are live.
Hello, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Tony Northrop.
And you're watching our live show, which is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for creating a fast and easy online portfolio or professional website. If you want to try it for free, you can do that for 14 days. And if you want to buy it, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony and get 10% off by using the coupon code
Photo Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our live show is a discussion format. It's very interactive and two-way. Join in the comments. Give us your feedback as we're looking at portfolios. It's great to contribute what you think of individual photos.
I love
Everybody
good
can see
comments.
it.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and we have our friend Bill Peppas from Greek helping us screen comments today.
From Greek.
From Greek. He's Greek from Greece.
He's from Greek. He's going to be screening the comments and finding good questions, funny comments, and then sending them to us. And today we're going to be talking about sports photography.
First, I just want to say, if you want us to look at your picture live or your portfolio live, go to sdp.io/link. And there's a little form to fill out. And then we'll magically get the link and we'll be able to look at it during the course of the show. We don't get to everything, but we get to as much as we can.
We try.
Yeah, so sports photography is something that is not really in stunning digital photography. We have some tips, but it's something that warrants an entire chapter, but we don't have it. And it's because it's so hard to get pictures that you can use in that way.
Well, because of model releases. So if we went to a football game, we couldn't just put the pictures in our book. We'd have to get model releases from everyone. Mm-hmm. That sounds really lazy. We're like, it's hard.
Well, it's just not practical because most people, including us, the sports photography we do is of kids. And so how are you going to get model releases? You can get a model release for your kid. That's easy.
Yeah.
But everybody else on the team who might appear in the pictures, the people on the other people's team, and then everybody in the stands. And people are really shy about model releases for kids.
Especially for kids, yeah. Yeah,
they just think, I don't know, kids are scary. So anyway, we do a lot of sports photography, but we don't document it that much just because of these model release issues. Yeah. So I wanted to share just some tips in a live format and have you guys type out your own. For me, the first is to just get out of the usual stands where all the parents are. Mm-hmm. For outdoor sports, you can get by with just about any camera because you have presumably enough light. For things like soccer, I like to be right next to the goal because that's where the exciting stuff is going to happen. Whenever possible, I like to include a little bit of the net to provide some context. Of course, continuous focus, continuous shutter, take lots of pictures and delete most of them. Those seem to be the key things for most sports.
Yeah.
I'll say I've found indoor sports are really hard.
Basketball.
Because the lighting is bad.
Yeah.
And one of the most common questions I get is, why are my basketball, volleyball, indoor soccer, why gymnastics, why are my pictures so terrible? Why won't my camera focus? Why are they so noisy? And the answer is the light is just bad.
Yeah, not enough light.
And so people go in there with, a T3 or a D3200 or some entry-level SLR, and they feel like they just got the new big camera and it should be able to do anything, but then that scenario just kicks its ass and the pictures come out crummy. And it really is hard. It's one of those situations where you need more light, which you can't really do, or a faster lens, which you can do. Like for basketball, especially, you can get pretty close, and a 50mm f1.8 on a crop body works pretty well.
Yeah.
You want to use that center autofocus point because that generally focuses the best, especially on the lower end bodies. And just keep that focusing point on an area of contrast, like the numbers, which are usually designed to be real contrasty. And then just keep clicking as fast as you can.
I'd say that the compositional tips is that I always see pictures of just a large group of kids and you can't really tell what they're doing. It's nice if you can get someone isolated and get an action shot or get some movement. Otherwise it's boring, especially if they're doing something and they're all just frozen. It's nice to have a little bit of motion blur.
Yeah. And storytelling is so important in sports photography.
Yeah.
So often you'll see a picture of somebody swinging a bat, but the ball won't be in it, so you don't know what's going on. Like that ball is a key part of the story, and you need to have those elements in it.
What are they trying to hit?
Yeah, you need to have the basketball in it. If somebody's shooting a basket, you need the basket in the photo too, because that tells the whole story. Where is the ball going? And you might be able to infer, but you need to be able to see it. So you have to kind of think about these elements. Maybe we should see if we have any comments. I know they haven't had too much time to write anything. Justin, do you have the comments pulled up? I actually don't have them.
I do have them pulled up, but it doesn't look like there's any comments right here.
Okay, fair enough. While you guys come up with your sports photography tips, we'll take a look at a portfolio. Again, if you want to submit your own portfolio for us to look at, just go to sdp.io/link.
We looked at this.
We did. What about this one?
We did not.
Okay. Close that one
Excuse
down.
me.
Glitterati Incorporated. Out of the Wild. Zoo Portraits by Boza Ivanovic.
I don't have your desktop on here for some reason.
Oh,
Was
yes, because the resolution is incorrect.
Oh, snap.
Chelsea, could you talk about something for a minute?
No pressure.
Well, how about this? You completely froze up, Chelsea. At the end of the show, we're going to continue with a Google Hangout, so you'll be able to talk to us more in real time. There's web cameras. We'll be able to see you if you have a web camera on and hear you. You'll be able to ask us questions. There won't be a delay. There won't be typing. It'll be like a call-in show, like
All right.
click and clack.
We can do our portfolio now.
Yeah.
Chelsea, will you dance like a monkey for a moment?
The answer is no.
No.
Chelsea will not.
No.
We will have dead air. Okay, so this is the homepage, and oh, it was not the homepage. Okay, that's where I looked. So it looks like this is kind of an abstract photo. It almost looks like abstract art. Oh, these are paintings.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's happening?
this is unusual for us, but I'm happy to look at.
Oh,
that's a
photo wall? Maybe bottom right photo wall?
I think there's nothing there. Oh, it was a video loading. Shoot.
That's Alec Baldwin.
All right, well, that's pretty cool. You got some famous people in there. I'll say that this format, what is this? Is that a Picasa plugin? That's not necessarily ideal, especially if you look at, like how a Squarespace website works. And also, we have like 12 slideshows on a single page. More than that, we have infinite slideshows with infinite pictures in each slideshow. It's enough to make your head explode.
It's a commitment. Let's find pictures. Where are they?
Well, I guess these are, we have infinite choices here. It's like roulette. You can spin it and then just spin this.
Oh, that's how. Oh.
I don't know. These are
That's a nice picture.
an order of magnitude too many pictures.
Well, I see some nice pictures, but the way that they're organized is really difficult to figure out. So,
It would
what
also
is the click? See the menu?
the click. These are definitely cool pictures.
They have great pictures.
Yeah, a lot of these pictures are great. I'm confused about the organization because this is more of a blog format. Okay. About us. Intellectual property producer. You know what? Maybe we went too deep into the website because they linked us at first to this page. Maybe they just wanted to show us this.
Oh, okay.
And then, but this isn't really a portfolio.
No.
It's more like a book. Well, check out his book. I like those wildlife pictures. Those are cool, but I can't really see your photos. All right, let's see what else we got.
That confused me.
This is Allison Brimcomb's website. Now, she's submitted to us before, but she redesigned it.
Oh, okay.
And is this Squarespace?
I don't know.
I hope it's Squarespace.
I think it is because there are some familiar elements to me. I think it is Squarespace.
So we are familiar with Allison's work. She's one of the most prominent members of our readers group. She's been with us for some time, and she just takes amazing photos. These photos right here in the front are all really compelling. They make great thumbnails, I think.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, beautiful pictures. Got a logo right there. A really cute picture. You can see a style emerging too. There's a lot of backlighting. There's a lot of liberal use of negative space. I find the navigation to be a little confusing. There seems to be multiple levels of menus.
Yeah.
And home is on the right, whereas home is usually on the left. Maybe that's an Australian thing.
Their toilets do go the other way.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So I'm on the Unbreakable Family Bond. That's a beautiful picture. And a wonderful silhouette, too. I might even lead with that.
I actually am not a fan of that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it looks like the kids are conjoined at the head. I know. I don't know why that's the first thing, but when I first saw it, I was like, dear God, those poor children.
Yeah, silhouettes are hard. You have to think
They
about
are
things
hard.
completely differently. And you do bring up a good point. Maybe there's a different shot that she could even blend in or something.
Justin really likes that for some reason. Conjoined twin jokes. That's what gets Justin.
Mental note.
Mental note. That's cute.
Oh, her cake collision work is just fantastic. It's so adorable.
Really
It's
cute
just
kid.
so cute. Wow. That is the way that I feel like eating
That's
cake
exactly how
often.
I eat cake. Well, after I drink.
Blame the booze, Chels.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Very adorable pictures. I don't know what to say. I think they're all great.
I think
so often.
I think I'd actually just slightly narrow down the choices with the cake smash photos.
You think just pick which couple would you recommend pulling?
I like the one of him at the bottom with the like really nice expression.
Uh-huh.
And
that one?
yeah, and maybe if I had to weed it out, I think they're all really nice, but maybe the one with the baby's head in the cake.
Oh, you would pull that one?
Yeah, just because
Oh,
there's
really?
no eye contact or anything.
Yeah.
I love the one of the baby in the bathtub.
She's even mixing up the backgrounds in all these photos.
Yeah, she has
Like
a lot
almost
of
none of them have the
backdrops.
same backdrops.
That's nice. There's a lot of variety.
Yeah.
All right, let's see some more. These are fun.
Birth photography.
Ooh,
This scares me a little. See how intense this is going to get.
but we are taking drinks. That woman seems to have given birth to a toddler. Go back. Right there. See? These are really nice. I didn't know people did this.
This baby in the middle here doesn't seem to feel like he's made the correct choice.
He's like, I should have stayed in there.
This was a mistake. I'm
Wow.
out.
These are really nice.
Yeah, I've
What is
never,
that? What is that? Is that the placenta? Oh, dear God.
That's what that is, huh?
Yeah.
From this picture, kind of seems like giving birth sucks.
It sucks up until the baby comes out, and then you're like, this was the right choice. But everything leading up to that moment, you're like, why?
This is a type of photography that I've never done.
Me either. Yeah, but it's really compelling. We're looking at it over and over again. We're like, what?
Yeah, it's almost photojournalistic.
Yes. I was thinking that. It's photojournalistic.
Yeah, like, what, Allison, you couldn't get this gal to give a little head tilt and a smile and maybe get a little catchlight in her eyes?
That makes me never want to have children again, that one. But let's keep going.
Really compelling work. Maternity.
That one's
cute. That's
symbolic.
funny.
It's like you will soon be overshadowed by that baby.
Get ready for the dethroning. That's really cute with the wind. I love that.
Yeah, I love the movement in the dress.
And again, dramatic use of negative
Yeah.
space and sky.
I
for
really
her.
like that.
Great use of great continuous style.
Oh, the one bottom right, that's my favorite.
Wow.
She looks like she's just owning her pregnancy.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems it's timeless.
Yeah, it's
This will
beautiful.
never be dated. Beautiful picture. Really a great photo. Great use of depth of
I
field.
love that
and
one.
Nice work getting low to the ground. The lighting, the backlighting.
I think I'd
again.
actually lead with that. If I were pregnant, this picture is not up to par with her other ones.
No, this could definitely go.
This one makes me want to be pregnant. It's so beautiful. The one in the bottom right, I would lead with that. If I were pregnant, I would want that picture taken of me.
Yeah, and in fact, as far as the thumbnails go, I would even like to see it span the full vertical
Yeah.
distance, don't you think? I know that's not really part of the template, but I'd love to see it even bigger. And it is so indicative of your overall style. I think
Yeah.
it's just your best example. Yeah, I pretty much recognize most of these pictures. This is
Yeah.
a great photo.
Yeah, she has really
Haven't
great
seen that
newborn
one
work.
before.
This one's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
That's my favorite, I think. That one's cute too.
Oh,
I
that's
love
really
that.
sweet.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's cute too. I love that picture. That's really adorable.
You can pose them only
can
for a
do
few
that
weeks.
with a-
Only for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't do it when they're a little bit older. They're nice and bendy when they're little.
Love story is some couples photography. All right, the classic ring shot. That's a variation I don't know that I've seen. That's nice. I like
This is
that.
nice.
Again, like kind of grand scenes,
Yeah.
beautiful lighting.
I like that dress shot. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that is a nice dress shot. Nice work with the lighting again. I think you could dodge him a little bit
Give
to
him a
bring out
little
his shape a little
definition
bit
to his
because he
head.
just disappears
Yeah.
in there.
I would lead with this picture in the bottom right. I think that
That's your
one's far
favorite?
better than the first one. Go back to the first one that's kind of similar. Like this one, I don't think is that one.
This one? Yeah, this was probably my least favorite of the group.
Oh, this one was my least favorite. It looks a little over processed, whereas this one, I think it has like a similar style, but looks really good.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe she could just tone down the processing on
Yeah.
the other one. But I mean, overall, your body of work is just
Yeah, it's really good.
tremendous, Allison. And it's such an honor to have seen her come up from where she started.
Oh, she has grown
and just make
so
much
much.
progress. And
Yeah.
now she's just like the shining example in the group, or a shining example. And in
Yeah.
fact, so much so that some people nude photography come to the group and they actually get intimidated. They're like, I can't hang with these people. My pictures aren't up to par.
we do have some really good people in the group that have been doing photography for a few years.
Yeah.
I think it's hard if you're just starting to walk in and put up a picture,
Yeah.
especially because some people just want to, they're a little difficult, but
Yeah, we always tell people that we're all in different phases of learning.
yeah,
And Allison is in an advanced phase.
yeah.
Let's check out some more of her website. So one thing just a style thing to keep in mind with web design is you never want a menu that just has one item on it. If that's the case, then just make it a top level item
Yeah.
that you can click. But I like that she has a style guide here, and there are even things that you can download. So that's so important because one thing we bring up in portraits a lot is we'll say, this is a fantastic portrait, but the dude wore the wrong shirt.
Yeah.
I said that just today. And so that's the photographer's job too. You
Yeah,
tell
well,
them
we
what to wear.
actually had this problem recently where we got a model, we had her go out to a setting, and she was wearing this bright pink dress, and it looked really cute on her, and we got her out there, and it was just the most gray, foggy landscape, and it looked ridiculous. She looked so bright that we just kind of made the wrong style choice. But if you're doing portraits of families and things, you'll find that people can just wear kind of crazy things, so it's a good idea to give a little advice. Any comments, Justin?
Yeah, actually, there's a few here. Let me see. This is from Suzuki 750 Stu. Hi, Tony and Chelsea. Hello from the UK. Great channel and love the live segments. Keep up the great work and give me a shout out. Stuart from Preston, United Kingdom.
Woo!
Shout out.
Ow, ow! Is that how you give a shout out?
Yeah, you shouted that right out.
I did. I'm a very literal person.
So this is Allison's pricing page. I just want to wrap up her
Okay.
portfolio. she has pricing, which is good. She has examples of her pictures in a setting, which I like.
Yeah, that's neat.
They're photoshopped, but I think it helps
They still
to make
give
it
you an
more
idea.
concrete.
Yeah.
Let you know what you might expect to get. We'll just make sure her blog is up to date, and it is. Oh, I see. This is a submenu. Even if you have a submenu, you want the top item to be clickable and have it just take you to a page that lets you link to all these things. Especially with mobile devices, sometimes opening the submenu doesn't work quite right. So just something to think about. Just link that to something, in other words. Do these take me to the same portfolio thing? No. Okay, so this is information about it. All right, fair enough. Well, if you want a portfolio as good as Allison's, first spend a couple of years working really hard.
That helps.
Read Studying Digital Photography, that helps, and joining the group to get feedback helps. And then, or anytime before then, go to squarespace.com/Tony and set yourself up a portfolio. You don't have to wait until you're at Allison's level.
Yeah.
It's great practice to start presenting your pictures
I
early.
found that it helps me grow as a photographer to work on a portfolio. For example, I wanted to have some street photography in my portfolio, and when I went to do it, I only had like 3 or 4 good pictures, and so I made a point to get more, and I did. I haven't finished the category yet. I have to go in and do that now. But once you see your pictures out there, it helps you kind of grow and shows you what you're working on and what you should be working on more. So
yeah, once you
it's a good
set up your
exercise.
portfolio, whenever you go out to shoot, you'll be thinking, I need a shot for my portfolio.
Yeah.
And it makes you try to get that great shot. Well, we have some more free resources. You can go to sdp.io/portfolio and watch a whole video about setting up your portfolio, including like guidelines for selecting pictures.
Yeah.
And go to sdp.io/portfolio checklist to download our free checklist. Justin, any comments about sports, or did people have nothing to say about sports
They
with the
don't care
World
about
Cup coming?
sports.
There's really not much about sports. A couple questions and stuff like that.
If you're interested.
Yeah, let me hear a question.
This one was odd.
This one was odd.
Hey Tony, no need to answer this question on the air, but I would appreciate your thoughts on converting an older camera to IR or FS full spectrum.
Yeah, you can use a service for that. I think it's a very cool thing to do, and it's something I've always been interested in but haven't actually done, because what you have to do is, well, an expert goes in and they remove the layer that's on top of the sensor that filters out everything except visible light. So on top of your sensor, on top of the like Bayer red, blue, green filter, there's a filter that cuts out everything outside of red, blue, green, orange, yellow.
Yeah.
So ultraviolet and up, and infrared and below. So either you remove that filter entirely and you have a sensor that just collects everything it can, including stuff outside of the visible range and visible light, or you replace it with just an infrared filter so that you just get infrared colors.
We have a friend that did that.
Yeah, Chris Rao had that.
But he never, I mean, he just took a few novelty shots, it seemed, and then was over it.
And I've always been afraid that would be my experience too. So I'm just Googling infrared photography. So this is the kind of effects that you get, because I don't have examples to show you, but you can see trees tend to turn white, and skies will be very interesting. So you get these surreal,
Yeah, that's cool. It
just
looks
kind of
like
amazing
ice.
filters. You have a couple of choices. Either you have no filter at all on your sensor, in which case you get everything coming through on the sensor, including stuff outside of infrared, or you just put on an infrared filter. If you go for the universal no filter setup, then you can put on an infrared filter on your lens. But if you put on the infrared filter on your lens, then you can't see through the viewfinder because the infrared filter blocks everything in visible light, and only lets through infrared stuff. And your eye can't see infrared stuff, if that makes sense. So you're kind of working blind. You have to take off the filter and compose it, and then put the filter on to take a picture. It's also complex because you have to change your focusing distance manually, because the lens will be focusing visible light correctly, but infrared light incorrectly. Anyway, very cool type of photography. And it requires you to sacrifice a camera, and it costs, usually I think it's like $700 to get the conversion
Whoa,
done.
really?
Plus the cost of a camera, so it's not an inexpensive hobby. I've priced infrared cameras on eBay just to buy one used.
Yeah.
And those are still pretty expensive. They were
Wow.
expensive enough that they kept me out of the hobby. But I would love for somebody else to get into it and teach me about it.
You were gonna try it, huh?
Yeah. Any other comments there, Justin?
This is an interesting. Oh, some comments did pop up since I last checked, but there was another question, and I think you might have actually touched on this maybe 2 episodes ago. But J. Michael TX says, Tony and Chelsea, question: are y'all working on new projects, like new DVD chapters of y'all's book, etc.?
Yeah, we are. Tony's working on Lightroom DVDs and the Lightroom book, and I'm working on a Photoshop DVD series for beginner photographers, basically.
Yep, and I'm updating the photography buying guide too. I've been working on that for like 9 months now.
Yeah, you're almost done. We just have a few more things to do.
Yeah, I started out with just a minor update, and then I'm like, well, I better cover mirrorless cameras. And mirrorless cameras ended up being a huge world.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's way more mirrorless cameras than DSLRs.
Yeah.
It's way more complex. So that's wrapping up, and everybody who has already bought the buying guide will
We'll
get it
get
for free.
the updates for free, yeah.
Yeah. So don't let that
We have a
hold you
lot
up
of new
from
projects.
jumping in. Somebody,
Oh.
Anthony Pizzoferrato, submitted a Squarespace portfolio. Look at that nice full screen interface.
Wow, you get excited by that.
I love full screen. I hate it when they're little and in the middle. So let's see. All right, so right at the front, you can browse through his photos, nice and full screen. Looks like mostly travel photography. This guy knows just what we like, travel and BMWs. That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I really
like
like
that shot. I feel like a lot of these photos probably really typify the area. Like, I don't know what cathedral that is, but yeah, I hate to even guess. But this looks like Venice, right? I think if that's Venice, he captured it pretty well. Don't you think this is like a gondola driver? And with all the bikes, don't you think Copenhagen or Amsterdam?
For some reason, when you said that, I imagine him having a business card, and he's like, "Gondola driver, call me." Go back to that lion. That's like my new favorite thing. They had no idea what lions look like.
Yeah, people don't know this. Tell them.
I learned in art history that they just didn't have access to lions, so sometimes they would get dead ones or taxidermied lions. And if you look at art, I don't know, from like even the Renaissance before that, you'll see that they did not know what lions look like. They always have weird teeth. Their faces are always wrong. I think it's hysterical. It's my new favorite pastime, checking out old-fashioned lion art.
Yeah, this is a good photo and an ugly lion.
I like that one. Oh, look at that lion. He's drinking from the fountain.
That's cool. So these are all photos of different parts of Italy. Okay, nicely done. I would like to see actually more people in these photos. I know that can be extra hard, but just to provide a little focal
Germany.
point.
Love Germany.
Yeah, we didn't go to Germany this last trip, but we were in Luxembourg, pretty close, and actually also very influenced by Germany.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, we never got to go in the BMW shop in Brussels. They had one of the i8s there that I just wanted to climb inside like a baby in the womb.
Oh my God. You're terrifying.
Okay. Oh, he has street photography too, so maybe his pictures of people are in here.
Wow, that's some really dedicated street banding. Get a whole grand piano.
Yeah, I've never seen busking with a grand piano before. Better tip that guy. I like the bike picture. I think a lot of these have too much going on in the photo, and I'd like to see the focal point simplified a little bit. I also kind of like to see street photography done in black and white.
Yeah, I was thinking that some of the pictures would really pop if put into black and white.
This is kind of an example because here, this building over here is a kind of bright yellow, and because the colors in the rest of the shot are so flat, like the car is supposed to be the focal point.
Yeah.
but the building almost has more visual weight
Yeah, it
because
has
of
a
it.
lot
So
of
something
visual
like
weight.
black and white can help that. And this is a photo that can definitely be in color. I like the kind of distorted perspective of this. Again, we shoot similar shots quite often, and what we'll do is send the other one up to go stand
I'll say,
like
Tony,
right here.
go walk.
Yeah, and another thing you can do if you're alone is just to hang out and wait for somebody to come and step there and provide a focal
Yeah,
point for
yeah.
you. So it just needs that one extra focal point. Nice bright colors.
That's beautiful. Ah, some of these are begging for black and white photography.
Yeah, I think this works in color or black and white. I'm not distracted by the color, but I love the composition. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice composition on that one. Excuse me, I like the composition on this one too. No distractions, beautiful sky. That partly cloudy sky is always what I'm looking for. Really nice. Go to landscapes real quick.
The Duomo.
Yeah, we've been, that's at that park in Florence. Same with that. All right, let's just check out his about page, make sure he has a picture of himself. It's weird to have a slideshow on your about page of other stuff. That's just kind of more portfolio. But great picture of yourself, you show your gear.
Oh, he's from Ohio.
Started when he was 13.
I love that picture. That's a good one.
I like this picture too, but it seems out of place on the pricing page. And of course he's got a store. This is a Squarespace portfolio, so everybody gets a store for free.
Free store.
At least for 1 or 2 items, but it doesn't seem like he has any items, but he could. So let's real quickly just read what he had to say about a Squarespace site. Squarespace made it smooth and easy for me to set up my first website. Although it's a work in progress, it's very easy to navigate and customize. I think this is a great way to show your work to others. So Anthony liked his Squarespace site. If you want your own, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony. And after your 14-day trial, no credit card required. What coupon code would you use?
I don't remember. Portfolio?
Photo Live.
Oh. They all go to the same place.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, it helps us support our sponsor, and they're the only way we can have this live show.
I'm the worst.
You're fired, Chels.
Oh,
Beat it.
not again.
Any comments coming in, Justin?
There's actually one that is directly related to the sports photography thing.
Yay.
I was wondering, I guess I can just read out the name of the address to you since you don't have a comment thing pulled up, or I can message it or something. But it's KevinDeadweiler.com. He says he's a sports photographer. I can spell that if it's DeadWyiler.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I should.
Spell that.
That's okay, I got it. Oh, he just wants us to take a look at his portfolio?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, and this is very sportsy.
Sportsy. Wow, I'm loving that mane.
Yeah, these have great action in them. For some reason it made me laugh because the football players are tiny, but they look so serious. Great shots, great action shots.
Yeah,
These are the kinds of things that you want. This is such a rare shot here to be able to. He was in the right spot at the right time, because if he was on the other side, he wouldn't be able to see anything. He'd just see guys' butts. Great shot here too. Great light.
You say things that worry me. All right, what else?
This is a good example because it's like wildlife photography in that hard light is okay and good, but you don't want your faces in shadows. So it's good if you have to pick a side of the field, which you do, keep the sun to your back.
Yeah.
And then your subjects will be nicely
I
illuminated.
love that picture.
Yeah, it is a great shot.
Good action.
Oh, great sideline shot here.
Oh, we got the cheerleaders.
Good expressions.
It gives you get the whole picture, like you're there.
Yeah, you might mix them in a little bit. This is an example of great light. Soft
Yeah.
light on the face, backlighting. This is an example of not great light. All right. So his galleries all go to kind of specific events. So we probably won't dig too much into that.
How do I buy photos?
Oh, I see. You go to a gallery, and then you pick by photo. Okay. And Max Preps profile. You should definitely set up a proper about page for yourself. It's weird to go here and then see this. So I'll go back to your portfolio if I can. Maybe open a new tab. Yeah. All right. Contact page. So you could combine. Oh, he's got an art page too. Combine your about and contact page. Maybe put a picture of yourself here, and don't use that other site.
Where we?
for your
Oh, let's
contact
see the
page.
art.
But overall,
I like his pictures.
great work. I thought you had the
Wow.
right number of pictures in your portfolio. It was a great body of work.
I'm navigating now.
All right, you take over. That's a great shot.
Jesus grabbed the wheel.
Another great shot, perfect symmetry. Love the black and white.
Whoa, loving that.
Oh, great low angle. Oh, looping.
Great pictures.
Yeah, I love your
Why
artistic
did
stuff
it
too.
loop?
I don't know why
It
it
wasn't
looped there.
done.
I think he's got different galleries set up or something.
Oh, I love this one. Sometimes I look at people's pictures and I feel like I know them, and I think he's like a sensitive man.
He's got a lot of
we
variety
could be
between like
friends.
tough football shots and this like beautiful lighting on the
Backlit.
dew-covered grass.
Yeah, he's got a great eye.
Yeah, nice work, Kevin. I would pare this down a little bit. Let's keep it to like 10 or 15 pictures. Though actually he's only got like 18
I like that he has
pictures.
them in sets though. Like there's 6.
Yeah.
And these 6 have a similar tone, and then these 6 have a similar theme. Like it doesn't feel overwhelming. It's well organized.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back.
Yeah, you
I
take
like
it
the,
back. Kevin
I
is
like
my
the
friend
layout
now.
that you had there.
He's a sensitive man. Okay, we did it. Go Kevin.
We did it. Well, we'll look at some pictures. Justin, if you have any comments, feel free to jump in.
Hasn't anyone said anything funny, Justin?
Yeah, this whole thing is supposed to be interactive, people. You're letting me
Why
down.
aren't they
I'm not
entertaining me? Entertain me!
This is not funny either, but I have to kind of agree with Chris Rao. I saw this comment on Facebook the other day that my channel 108 brought up. He mentioned in the Facebook forum that the Tamron 150 to 600 is much better than Tony says. And I see his photos and they're so like razor
Yeah,
sharp.
but
and they're
he
at the
hasn't
full length.
used the 500 millimeter.
Or the
'Cause-
400 millimeter.
Or the 400 millimeter. This is something we've talked about. We always say the 150 to 600 is a good lens. It's good. We never said it was bad. But we use the 500 millimeter and it's way sharper.
Well, you're talking about the 400 millimeter, really.
Yeah,
The one
I
that's
guess.
comparably priced. Yeah.
Well, it's comparably priced. But also, no, I'm not. Because you've used one thing. Like you drive the best car in the world and then you go slightly lower in quality and maybe you notice it. So we're not saying it's not good. Maybe we're just a little spoiled in comparison to the 400 and the 500. It's slightly less sharp.
Yeah, it's like if you got a Honda Civic and you drove it, you'd be like, this is a great car. But if you watched a review of somebody who compared a Honda Civic to Mercedes S-Class,
Yeah.
they would say the Mercedes was
Better.
the better car. And
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, but I have a Honda and it works great. And yes, it does. But if you're not doing a side-by-side comparison, you're going to get different results. So yes,
Yeah.
the 150 to 600 is sharp. But sharp is not a yes or no checkbox. It's
No.
a sliding scale.
And sharp isn't, I mean, we have to review lenses based on sharpness because that's what they're competing in, but that's not
Yeah.
the most important thing in photography. Chris Rao is out there every day for hours taking pictures. So, of course, I mean, the 150 to 600, if you got it, you would not be disappointed. But if we hooked Chris Rao up with the 400 or even the 500, I think he'd like them better.
Yeah, so we're not saying it's unsharp. It's not as sharp as a 400 millimeter prime. And I didn't get a bad copy. It makes sense, right? Because a prime lens at the same price is always sharper than a zoom lens at the same price
Yeah.
because it's designed to do one thing. It's single purpose rather than multi-purpose.
I think we are in a difficult position too. We just get sent so much gear. We're completely unbiased. People always say we're fanboys. We don't care at all.
No.
We get stuff for free. We don't get paid to say it's good or bad. We could care less. All we know is that we go out and we take pictures and we tell you which one is better, or in our opinion, in our testing, which one we think is better.
Yeah, and I'm very conscience driven. Like
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket is always on my shoulder, and if I didn't give somebody an important piece of information, if it led them to buy the wrong thing,
Yeah.
I would feel awful because
Yeah.
we're talking about thousands of dollars times thousands of people here.
Yeah.
Really, it's it's important stuff to review these things accurately and honestly and fairly, and I wouldn't let myself be biased.
No, I wouldn't either.
And
I
yeah,
would,
sometimes you're going to hear the lens you like or the camera you like wasn't my favorite, or I didn't like some aspect of it, but I
Yeah.
just have to be honest. It doesn't mean I'm batting 1,000, but if I'm wrong about something, let me know and I'll go back. I don't think I was wrong about the Tamron.
yeah.
It's not as sharp as the 400 prime. It's probably sharp enough for most people.
I think it's sharp enough for
Yeah.
everybody, but what I've noticed
And it
from
zooms.
from
The
these
400
gear
doesn't
people,
zoom.
they're just like, they just want to know what's incrementally better,
Yeah.
which is frustrating to me because I'm not a gearhead. I would just tell people just practice and try to be creative and different. Like, in my personal opinion, I don't care if someone has almost identical pictures and one is slightly sharper. That just bores me to no end.
Yeah, and Chris,
Justin laughs. It really is so boring to watch people just get like incrementally sharper. Just go do something different.
and I'll say Chris Rao is going to get better pictures with his 150 to 600 than we probably will with the 400 because he's out there every day.
Every day.
And we just don't have that much time to go do it.
Well, we don't,
So
that's
it's-
not our thing.
I'm saying it's about putting the time in more than anything with
Yeah.
wildlife photography.
Our dogs are
You could
freaking
probably hear our dogs freaking out. Just
Should I close the door?
oh yeah, go for that. We'll look at a couple of pictures.
Oh,
we
someone's
have.
at the door.
Who could that
Check
be?
it and put it on the screen or something?
Uh,
Or you want to check it?
I think they're done. Sorry, our dogs freaked out.
That's
and,
it.
And we have this one dog who Cowboy has a bark that is more like a coyote
He's like
howling.
an opera singer. Oh!
Yeah, he's a terrible monster.
That's it. We're bringing him to the shelter. They're still going.
So we have a very low-key photo of headphones here. And to me, it's so dark that I can't even really discern what's going on. I'm sorry, this dog thing is really
There's
distracting
someone there.
us.
I think they're going to be doing that. Yeah.
You want to go check? You want me to go check it out? Well, tell you what, Chelsea, why don't you look at pictures and I'll go check out the door, and that way Justin can still manage the cameras. You have a mouse there too.
Yeah. Tony's gone. Now we can have fun. All right. First thing we have to do is go to this cupcake picture. How do you navigate? Oh. That's nice. Doesn't that look good? This is a nice food shot. I'd say this right here, the chocolate sauce. Can you see what I'm pointing at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit out of focus, but it's still a nice picture. Appetizing. I actually don't know what this is. Do you know what that is, Justin?
I have to kill Tony's mic. Sorry. I forgot. Oh, Tony's.
Tony. I love this picture. That's a great macro shot.
What is that?
I think it's a feather.
I'm sorry, walking from the camera.
Great shot.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, it's called Feather Track.
Do the mouse there too.
They have some great macro shots. All of this is really distracting. Oh, this is 500 pixels or PX, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
This is really distracting down here. I also tried to navigate by clicking the pictures up here and it doesn't work. Oh wait, it worked that time. That's
But
strange.
you're right, for some reason they're not all working. Oh, I love that picture
Yeah,
of the coffee.
they have some really interesting shots.
Yeah.
I like that they have some unconventional compositions.
It seems like they're uploading them in very low resolution.
Yeah, yeah,
The water drop shot.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think they're ready for real portfolio.
I think they should just try the free trial to see
Yeah.
what it's like to not have all this down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just have to narrow it down a bit. Oh, we've seen this before, the zipper one. That's funny because I saw the feather picture and it reminded me of that. I know your style. Looks good. What is that? This one, it's like an embryo or something.
Well, I think they just sent a couple of pictures for us to look at.
Oh, there were specific pictures?
Yeah. Oh, let's see what else we got. Oh, I think this is the same artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the smoke photography, and that's actually something I haven't done. But
Let's do
it's
it.
very cool. I would like to do that. Black background and then some colored lights. Looks like blue and green lights on a nice plume of smoke. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. Ooh, spooky.
Spiky caterpillars. Yeah, that's a that's a really nice shot. Great depth of field, perfect exposure and stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing it even cropped a little tighter so we could see a little more detail, but great shot. All right.
Okay, we're on the wrong page.
Any other comments, Justin, while I pull up another site? We have a few minutes left in the show, and after that we're going to be hanging out on Google Hangout. As kind of an experiment, 2A, you can talk to us directly.
I need more booze for that. Erica keeps putting down America and plugging Sweden. So
you'll be able to go to sdp.io/hang to join us there. In the meantime, if you want us to check out a link, go to sdp.io/link and just fill out the form.
We'll
be looking at your stuff. Real time.
By stuff, we mean photos.
I don't know what you thought they would think we meant.
Just like to be clear. Ooh, that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like her cat tattoo.
That picture is absolutely striking.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is a great way to get somebody into your portfolio because right away, don't you just want to explore more?
Yeah.
Wow, another great shot.
That's beautiful.
Wow, great shots.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, great makeup and pose.
This is an example, go back to that one, of how someone can be wearing a bra and underwear and it can still be tasteful. Because we have this debate in the group all the time where they want to know like where the line is, and you really just can't give a list and tell people where the line is between vulgar and artistic. This is so artistic and well done.
Yeah, and this shot is about her arm and her pose and her makeup and her hat, and it's not about like her genitals.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great shot. It's about the contrast and the lighting and the form.
It's about appreciating the human form. It's really well done.
Yeah, nicely done. That has a great mood to it. I like that shot too.
I want to know who this is, the About Me.
You want to just jump right there? Bell Travers?
Travers Bell.
Travers Bell, okay. I don't know that I'm familiar with his work, but I don't know how I would have missed him because his work is so striking.
Yeah, I don't think he's in our group, actually. Is he? I've never seen him in our group.
Yeah, I don't know that I have.
Maybe he...
Yeah, I haven't, I don't think.
No.
This is meant to be a low-key shot, but my opinion is with low-key shots, I still like to see some bright white, even if it's a small portion of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it seems low contrast. I feel like I'm trying to pinpoint. This seems like it's in a studio with a brick background. That was my first thought.
Yeah, that was mine too.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'd
not
bring her
quite
outside
gritty enough.
and bring her somewhere gritty because she is.
Find a real brick wall.
She is a badass.
But I actually like the hard flashlight lighting on her.
Yeah.
I think it makes it seem candid.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I like that too. Though I wonder about the arm of the chair here. Like it made sense to me in the other shot. But beautiful
That
lighting.
doesn't bother me. Oh, I like this one. It's like very spotlighty.
Yeah. That's a great shot
That
too.
is great. Look how she's
I'm gonna
posed.
say I don't know that this one fits in. I don't know that it hangs. Sometimes you have to weed it out.
Oh, with glamour boudoir, yeah. This one, he understands that you can't just put a woman in fishnets and take a picture. Like she is posed from the top of her head to the tip of her toes. Look at those lines of her legs. It's excellent.
Yes,
So good.
And you know what I always look for to see if somebody's posed really well is the hands. And her hands are posed well. Look at the fingers are evenly
She's
spaced.
a good model.
The lighting on this chair is fantastic too. I just love the way it's picking up the light. Fantastic work, Travers. Great shot there too. That needs more grittiness or something to it, don't you think? Maybe even adding in some grain.
Yeah. I'm not feeling that one, but this one's good.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a few too many pictures here. Some of these hang. I think your style is...
Has progressed.
Yeah, and some of these are older pictures. This is a good shot. Yeah, that's just a great shot, and this is...
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. So these are too many pictures, but you have plenty of pictures to put 10 to 15 stunning ones.
Yeah.
So take out some of your older work.
I would take out some of the older ones that just weren't processed very well because you've just come a really long way. And this one, we already saw her, and we saw her in a beautiful picture.
Yeah,
I don't
and we
think
saw
this picture
and the other
hangs.
picture was just
Yeah,
way better. So yeah,
Get rid
just
of
drop
that.
that one. It's your portfolio. It's not your entire body of work. But your style is this is a great shot too.
Yeah, that's great.
Just really striking. So your style is kind of carefully
That guy's
posed to
hair,
me,
go
high
back.
contrast.
How do you even do that? What is that?
My camera died.
Oh,
All right.
that's pretty crazy.
And great shot.
That's a nice picture.
Yeah.
I love this set.
Wow. Yeah. Her hair, makeup, jewelry, everything is just wonderful.
The posing on that one looks bad. It looks like she only has legs and shoulders.
Yeah. That's not among the best work. This is also a great shot, though.
Really? I think
You
the
don't like
face
that?
is over processed.
I was about to say a little heavy-handed with the processing, but I like it overall. Okay, we're back to the beginning.
See,
So
he has such strong shots. I think that he just needs to weed out the weaker ones because
yeah, he can have 10 or 15 stunning pictures
Yeah,
in there,
yeah.
and there's just too many right now. So I think this is going to be kind of standard portraiture spot color.
no,
Go all black and white on this.
no. Did you like my slow motion falling action movie now? No.
Chelsea just put up a video on spot color. Go check it out on our page. It's the birdhouse here. Like the heads form a line and it goes right, my eye goes right to the
Me
birdhouse.
too.
And so to me, that's all about the birdhouse.
The birdhouse
That's a
wins
very
again.
nice portrait. I like that one. I thought,
I love
he's
that
terribly
picture.
cute.
He's so cute.
This is a good family portrait, though. I always make families squeeze in uncomfortably close. Don't you think they're
You're a
spaced
creep
out
like
a little
that.
bit?
A creep. Making families uncomfortable.
Oh,
Look
that's
at this
really
girl.
cute. This might work better in black and white too.
That baby's
Cute moment.
I see a lot of the same people.
I think she actually needs. You have her side lit, which means like her neck and underneath her chin are getting the same amount of light as up here. You should move that lighting above her head.
Yeah, I'm taking-
and shine it down.
Stealing the mouse right here. These deep crevices. That's because they're side light.
Yeah,
needs
so that's
softer
going to
light.
accentuate the texture in her face. We cover this in chapter 3, and yeah, and a higher light, a softer light, and a higher light to cast some shadows under her cheekbones and underneath her chin. It will make anybody look kind of like Beaker.
They're like chinless. Not
Yeah.
me. I have the chin of an angel.
That's a really nice shot. Really soft lighting. Oh, what
That's
a
sweet.
gorgeous, cute moment that is. Cute picture. Very dramatic lighting for a family shot, don't you think? Especially with the dark background.
I would probably put this in black and white because his purple shirt has so much visual weight.
Yeah, you're right.
Old purple shirt.
Let's focus on that one. So these two,
I love that picture.
we're going to ask you to pare down your portfolio some and resubmit it. This is a keeper, though.
This is such a keeper. I want this on page 1. Can we go back to that dog picture? That's just my favorite picture today. Look at that dog, that face.
How could you go wrong with that dog?
Do I look like him?
Yeah. Dude.
He's like, what's up? I'm a model.
I want this to be our new llama. Anytime a picture needs a focal point, I want to put that dog in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I-
No, I'm not touching that one. Okay.
That's a really nice picture. Though, I wish he didn't have sunglasses on, because he's already kind of hiding in the background.
She doesn't even know him.
He's just a creep, just a
He's just
photo
like-
bomber who showed up.
You know how you ever see guys in pictures pose with pretty women and then they put it as their like Facebook profile? They're like,
There's
yeah,
the hover
pretty-
hand going.
Pretty girls like to be near me. Yeah. Like that's maybe that's what it is.
I also, you see this sometimes at like a nice restaurant, like a young couple will go out and the woman will be just dressed to the nines. And the guy will be there in like his Dilbert t-shirt.
Dilbert.
Timely reference, Tony. Nailed that.
Oh, you know all those guys in their Dilbert t-shirts.
I'm just saying, I feel like with his sunglasses and his shirt, maybe he didn't quite match her style.
I know what he's wearing under that plaid shirt.
Dilbert t-shirt. All right, let's see his fine artwork. We love your work, Travers. We're just joking about
just
stuff because we're
idiots.
half drunk.
I'm not drunk at all. I'm just an idiot.
That's a cool shot.
Wow.
That's very cool. I'd never quite seen flare like that. That's a great shot too.
That could have been photoshopped though, right? Or
Well,
do you think that's real?
I definitely pondered whether that was, but I've never seen photoshopped flare like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen such perfect lens flare.
Yeah.
It's cool either way.
That, excuse me, the last shot reminds me of a perfume ad.
Yeah, it really does.
That's me.
Well, this looks like a play or
That's
something.
also me. No, it's a hooker.
Yeah, but it's a hooker from like the 1300s. I fear for her life if Jack the Ripper is around.
He is.
Oh. I mean, how much more precise could I have gotten with my references? I know I missed on the Dobert reference, but I nailed it with the Jack the Ripper reference.
An even older reference.
I know, I just keep going farther and farther
You're
back.
giving me the coughs. Stop being funny. Oh, God, she's just so dead.
I like that he's tidy though. He's like cleaning his knife off on her skirt.
Yeah, he's like, whoa.
Like, oh, this could have bacteria on it or something. These pictures have just gone to a different place.
Okay. I'm trying to piece together this man's life based on his pictures, and I am just lost.
Beautiful picture. This one deserves to stay in the portfolio. That one could go, lose it.
We've gotten really
Lose
just
it.
liberal with telling people, oh, I love that picture,
Yeah, I would keep that one.
with telling people what to do.
This one
Are we
seems
getting
like
too
it
bossy?
belongs in the pinup
No, that
section.
one is not up to par with his others.
Those two pictures are a little too similar. I think one ended and one began.
So, okay, with Tavers, he just has too many pictures. He just needs to choose the best and let the rest go.
Yeah, sometimes we see a portfolio where there just aren't that many great pictures.
Yeah.
You have 10 to 15 great pictures for each category. Just pare it down to that.
Yeah, just get rid
Check
of the
out
ones that
our
aren't
portfolio checklist.
good. Yeah.
It is time for the World Cup to start, which means our European friends are bailing left and right on us.
And they always like to be like, why do you call it soccer?
Oh, yeah, but I think they like to call it non-American football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They preface
Almost as
everything
good as American football.
not
I call it.
American with non-American. Non-American
That's the way I-
cheese,
yeah.
non-American beer.
Non-American fries.
They're obsessed with us, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll say things like, I hate non-American movies.
Yeah.
I hate non-American food.
Yeah. I am non-American.
We spent some time in Europe, so we know
We know.
how Europeans feel about things. Yeah.
Jealous. Quite frankly.
Yeah, and you're trying to keep them out of your suitcase as you're flying home.
They're
'cause
super
just-
jealous that we have so much fat on our bodies. I noticed that. And you know what? Fine, be jealous. Not my fault. Rich with fat.
We did have a lot of Europeans like bussing on us for being super fat and eating fast food all the time. It's like, we're not all eating McDonald's every day.
Remember
I don't know
Yannick
where
when
you
I was
got
like,
this.
let's get lunch? And he was like, what, McDonald's? I was like, we don't eat McDonald's. He was like, Subway then? I was like, all right, smartass. All right. Thank you.
We do
Just
like,
let me be fat in peace. Thank you.
I'm just going to chew on this log of Velveeta.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
We don't eat McDonald's. We just chew on Velveeta. All right, I think we gotta go. We're getting crazy.
Okay, we'll wrap it up. Thanks to our sponsors, Squarespace, squarespace.com/Tony. If you want to sign up, use the coupon code PHOTOLIVE.
Photo live.
And if you're watching this live and not recorded, then hang out at sdp.io/hang. And we'll try a Google Hangout for a while and just see how it goes.
Cool.
And you can ask us questions in real time and look at us on video and all that stuff. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. They want Velveeta. We should bring it to Europe next time.